Ladies and gentlemen, welcome in to another edition of my top 5 college football parlays. This is week number 3, and guys, we start with the world famous safe parlay. Safe and secure is what we like to call it, guys. Vegas has been emailing me all week. They want my online betting account shut down. They're pissed because I'm destroying them. We're giving away money, guys. I just had somebody yesterday, message me, say, listen, let me give you 5 Bitcoins. You've made me so much money. So, guys, thank you for the support. We've got this safe. We're giving away money. It's crazy. Let's get right on with it. The safe parlay. Oklahoma at Nebraska, the under 79.5. Guys, I'm buying points here. Safe and secure. We want to be safe about it, guys. Gentle. It's the safe parlay. But Oklahoma at Nebraska, there's no way this goes over. This is a noon game, 11 a.m. Central. Nebraska, they're going to be fired up under their interim head coach. These kids, 11 a.m., they're going to be sleepwalking. It's early. Those games never go over. And once again, the actual over-under of this game, I believe, is like 65 or 60. Actually, I think it's 67 now. So I would take the under in terms of that. But because we're being safe, we're being secure, we're going to say, you know what? We're just going to parlay them together. We'll take under 79.5 minus 420. Number 2, it's going to be Marshall at Bowling Green, the over 39.5. So once again, I'm buying points here. Overall, I think the actual over-under is 52. I love this game as a sneaky shootout. Bowling Green can score, and they have a horrible defense. I'll take the over 39.5. I think Marshall could probably get to 40 by themselves in this one. Number 3, South Florida at Florida, the over 46.5. So guys, in my preview of the week, I said South Florida at Florida is going to be the highest scoring game of the week. Once again, buying points. I'm being safe here, guys. We're giving away money. It really is an uplifting experience. I love doing this, folks. I'm printing money. I'm like the United States government. You wonder why inflation is so high. I've made multiple millionaires. The government has to print more money. I'm the cause of inflation, folks. We've got Houston money line at Kansas. This is just too easy. Come on, Houston's not losing to Kansas. I've got Houston easily covering. The spread is somehow down. Folks, how is the spread? It was originally Houston minus 10. It's gone down to Houston minus 9. That's ridiculous. Who was betting on Kansas? It's a fool's bet. You're overreacting to Kansas getting a lucky win against West Virginia. Kansas is still bad. And then 5, this is maybe the one where people would disagree, but I am going with Penn State money line at Auburn. James Franklin is pissed. He's saying enough is enough. We're sick of losing 5 games every year. Penn State gets a big road win for the Big Ten. It's a guarantee, folks. And there are the overall odds. This is a safe parlay. Again, safe and secure. That's the name of the game. And guys, again, there's major damage done with this plus 246. Very simple. All of these picks are auto locks, guys. That's why it's the safe and secure parlay. We know that. Moving on to my second parlay, it's going to be Houston minus 9 versus Kansas. Once again, if you watch, I did a video earlier on the AI rankings and the AI analytics, and they love Houston to cover against Kansas. So do I. Once again, an overreaction by Vegas with Kansas. It's not going to happen. Houston's going to win this game 49-17, folks. 49-17. Western Kentucky plus 6.5 at Indiana. It's a combination of Western Kentucky. They're not horrible, and Indiana's really bad for a Power 5 team. I know they're 2-0. I know they had the win against Illinois. Don't overreact to it. It was a home game. There was a lot of emotion. There's going to be no crowd energy. That's a noon start time on BTN, guys. Trust me, this is going to be a close game. Western Kentucky might actually win this one. They're definitely going to cover the 6.5. We're going to parlay those two. How about BYU get some respect? Come on. BYU plus 3.5 at Oregon. Guys, if Oregon wins this game, I mean, they fully become Georgia's sex slave. It's disgusting. We hope it doesn't happen. We want BYU to win this game outright. I want BYU in the playoffs, folks. In the playoffs, it would be so great for college football. BYU plus 3.5. I took them last week. Everyone's like, oh no, you're taking BYU. They missed their top 2 receivers, and they still beat Baylor. If they would have had their top 2 receivers, that would have been a 2-touchdown win. It took them overtime, but they beat them and covered the spread. And actually, I think they were underdogs. Or were they? No, they were 3-point favorites in that game. So this is the overall parlay. Just the 3-teamer plus 581. Very, very standard. My number 2 parlay there. Moving on to my third parlay, another standard. I think this also is a 3-teamer. South Florida at Florida. So that's just the original over 59. That's minus 110 over 59. Love a lot of points to be scored in this game. Anthony Richardson is due for multiple first half passing touchdowns. This Florida offense is going to explode. And then South Florida, you know, they've got some talent there. They've got a transfer QB from Baylor. They're going to put some points on the board. This could be a game where it's like 58-21. There will be a lot of points scored in the swamp in this one. Number 2, LSU moneyline at Missouri. This is my parody game of the week. There's LSU's not going to 1-2. Mississippi State's not, did I say Missouri? I meant Mississippi State. Mississippi State's not going to 3-0. Both of these teams will be 2-1 after this weekend, meaning LSU will pick up a home win. The overall spread is LSU plus 2. I don't want them plus 2. I want them, and I want Brian Kelly on the money line right now. Thank you, sir. Next, we've got Michigan State plus 3.5 at Washington. Just great value. Just great value for Michigan State. If you look at the overall computer models, they love Michigan State. They would have Michigan State favored by 6. It's crazy. Michigan State is great value. Washington, I guess they've gotten off to a good start, but they really haven't been challenged much, so I don't take a ton of stock into their offense right now, although they do have a really good receiver. They do have a really good receiver, but Michigan's, you know what this game reminds me of? You guys remember last year, Michigan State at Miami? I think Miami might have been slight favorites in that. Michigan State and Mel Tucker and that Big Ten moxie. They go in and they easily win. I could see Michigan State doing it here. I think I have Michigan State winning this game 30-20. I know Michigan State hasn't performed great the first 2 games, but I think, you know, they're facing bad opponents. It's whatever. Take a look at this. Plus 684 for 3-teamer. That's just another standard parlay right there. This is parlay for the long shot. We've got Nevada at Iowa, the under 39. So it's tough to pick. Basically, anytime you get Iowa right now, we're auto betting the under. In any Iowa game, they just can't score. And you combine that with them having a really good defense, and you combine that with Nevada just being horrible, the under 39. Could this be a game that maybe because Nevada's so bad, Iowa scores more? I don't know. I think you would have to have Iowa facing like an FCS team. Even then, look at week 1. Right? No, I mean, South Dakota State's actually a really good FCS team, but I will take Iowa and Nevada, the under 39. Next, we've got South Carolina money line versus Georgia. Safe and secure, ladies and gentlemen. Safe and secure, absolutely. Fresno State at USC, the under 73.5. So this line was 71. It's been bet up to 73.5. I'm liking not a lower scoring game, but something like 38-28. The under hits in this very easily. Guys, could you imagine if this game... No, it wouldn't. Wait, would it hit 38-28? 38-34, I think is 72. So the 38-35, the under hits in this. So I like the under. I understand why the over-under is so high because both of these teams, it should be a competitive game. Fresno State's a good team, but and they both have good offenses, but I will take the under in that one. And then we've got Miami plus 5 at A&M. I just find a lot of value in Miami. Even if they lose this game, I think it's going to be really close. A&M has massive quarterback issues. I understand they're at home, but realistically, I think this game should be A&M -3, not -5. So I'll take Miami +5 there. And then that is the long shot part, but the overall odds on that. This South Carolina money line helps. Yeah, right? South Carolina money line. But this is my bonus parlay. So this is called the cross-contamination parlay, where I pick 3 college money lines and parlay them with 3 NFL games. I think they're all money lines. So we've got Washington State money line versus Colorado State. Colorado State is just horrifically bad. I understand Washington State's coming off a big win. Maybe they're emotional. I still think they beat Colorado State just because of how bad Colorado State is. Number 2, Marshall money line at Bowling Green. Marshall coming off that huge win. Marshall's a great team. They're going to be ranked after this major statement performance at Bowling Green on the road. That's going to be huge for their program. USC moneyline versus Fresno State. You know, I know Fresno State's a good team, but USC is not going to ruin their season by losing at home to Fresno State, in my opinion. And then we've got the NFL games. Colts moneyline at the Jaguars. The Colts coming off that disappointing tie. They're going to be ready. They need a win. Jaguars not too good. Commanders moneyline at Lions. They're actually underdogs in this game. I think the Commanders are being a little bit undervalued. They've got a lot of playmakers. And then number 6, the Browns moneyline versus the Jets. The Jets just announced they're starting Joe Flacco. The Browns, even with Jacoby Brissett, that's an easy win, folks. Let's be real. This is the cross-contamination 6-team straight moneyline parlay. And guys, that is my top 5 parlays for college football week number 3. Make sure you're following me on Twitter. Link to that's always in the description. I'm, of course, the Depressed Ginger. Thank you for watching.